of September in 98 and a Domini, when our forefathers won the glorious flag at old St. George's Key. Then hail them, cheer them, let our grateful loyal hearts not fail them, as we march and sing and shout a merry glee, the battle of St. George's Key. Hip hip hooray, hip hip hooray, hip hip hooray, hip hip hooray. It was the 10th day of September in 98 and a Domini, when our forefathers won the glorious flag, the battle of St. George's Key.
Todos los beliceños en Belice y el mundo sintonizan el programa número 1, Despierta Belice con Sunny Baiza. Para noticias impactantes, temas candentes, noticias de última hora, invitados especiales y mucho más. Despierta Belice con Sunny Baiza en Power FM, de lunes a viernes a partir de las 7 de la mañana. Haz valer tu opinión al 673-2324 o envía tu texto al 661-2721 y visita nuestra página web al www.powerfm955.com. Inicia su mañana todos los días con Despierta Belice con Sunny Baiza. Despierta Belice con Sunny Baiza. Manténgase informado.
Take me back to my old home, baby. There is not a place to find. Warm home, sweet home, baby. Sweet home, baby. Sweet home, baby. Warm home, sweet home, baby. There is not a place to find. Home, home, sweet home, Belize. Sweet home, Belize. Sweet home, Belize. Home, home, sweet home, Belize. There is not a place so fine.
Una vez más, buenos días, good morning to you, wherever you are, whatever you're doing. Thank you for choosing Power FM. Son ya las 7:20, las 7:20. Buenos días una vez más, Orange Walk. Buenos días, Corozal. Buenos días, Belize. Buenos días por la fiel sintonía a lo que es el 95.5. Y gracias una vez más por la fiel sintonía a todo el mundo ahí en lo que es Orange Walk. Buenos días, ahí estamos aquí sirviendo desde lo que es el corazón de Orange Walk, el número 3, calle en Algosta y South Main Street. Buenos días. Estamos localizados atrás de lo que es el cementerio Piemonte, ¿verdad? Si conocen Orange Walk tiene dos cementerios y la verdad sé que el cementerio que está al final de lo que es Main Street, ¿ok? Es Piemonte, el cementerio Piemonte, y creo que está nombrado por causa de un sacerdote, ¿verdad? El cementerio Piemonte aquí en Orange Walk. All right, vamos a ver si lo podemos hacerlo. Sí, así lo dice aquí. Piemonte Cemetery in Orange Walk, dice. Vamos a ver qué dice. Piemonte Cemetery also known as Father Piemonte Cemetery, is located at number 36 Cemetery Street in Orange Walk, Belize. Okay, significance. It is one of the recognized local cemeteries in Orange Walk, and is included as a point of interest along local heritage roads. Basic memorial and burial listing for the site can be viewed on platforms like when you find a grave. If you are looking for a specific burial record, a loved one's grave location, or historical information regarding the cemetery, it said, please let me know. I can help you search further. Well, let me be asking some questions, all right? Es lo que dice el internet. Pero dice que como para buscar lo que es espacios a donde enterraron a la gente ahí en Piemonte, les voy a decir que hoy ya creo que muchos se han perdido, ¿verdad? Porque se están poniendo sepultros sobre lo que son, a donde ya enterraron a mucha gente pasado, gente que no se han dado cuenta y conocer a dónde han puesto a descansar a lo que es sus seres queridos. Pero sí, nosotros nos encontramos atrás de lo que es el cementerio Piemonte, aquí en Orange Walk. Y una cosa que yo no sé, ¿cómo se llama el cementerio que está ahí por el bus terminal? What is the name of the other cemetery? I don't know. That's a very good question. All right, vamos a ver. Orange Walk have two cemeteries. Vamos a ver si Mr. Google me lo puede decir, porque el otro sí que no sé cómo se llama. Vamos a ver si Mr. Google, me lo da. All right. Vamos a ver si Mr. Google me lo da. Dice okay. Okay, dice the Mid Cemetery is in Orange Walk. Tongue is commonly referred as the Old Orange Walk Cemetery located. No, 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 no. No. Ya, ese es el Piemonte. El Piemonte es el que llaman the Old Orange Walk Cemetery. Is located on Cemetery Street, the Piemonte Cemetery. Dice, and the newly developed municipal site known as the Champagne Ridge Road Cemetery. Wow, no sabía que se va a llamarse the Champagne Ridge Road Cemetery. Pero hay otro uno que está en San Antonio Road. ¿Cómo se llama ese cementerio? ¿Tiene nombre? If anybody knows how that cemetery names, vaya, yo quisiera saber, porque la verdad no sé. Voy a preguntarle a lo que es a las personas ahí en Tongbur, maybe they can tell us. But yeah, I am seeing that when you are here, there's a cemetery here. And then when you are on San Antonio Road, when you go to San Antonio Road, San Antonio Road, there's another cemetery in San Antonio Road. Pero no dice qué nombre es. They have the Piemonte Cemetery, but they don't have the name of the other cemetery. Yo quisiera saber cómo se llama. Yo quisiera saber cómo se llama ese otro cementerio. Pero buenos días una vez más a Ridgewood. Buenos días Corozal, Power FM, los que ya se encuentran en lo que es el 95.5 en el dial de tu radio. Buenos días los que se encuentran en www.powerfm955believe.com. También les deseamos lo mejor este día y gracias de veras por la fiel sintonía a lo que es el 95.5. Does anyone know what is the name of the San Antonio Road Cemetery? Porque ese sí no lo sé. All right? And to be honest, I do know Piemonte from I was a very young kid. I remember that they always taught us that at school. They told us that at that cemetery because of Father Piemonte. And they also told us that Father Piemonte is buried under that big structure right in front of the church. I don't know if that is of truth, but that's the story that they told us. Okay, y then, ¿quién es el Padre Piemonte? You know, there's only histories where maybe Orange Walk don't even know, all right? Vamos a ver. Vamos a ver si lo podemos hacer. ¿Quién es Father Piemonte? ¿Quién es? Dice Father Josephus Piemonte was a prominent Catholic missionary and pastor in Orange Walk during the 19th century. He served as pastor of the Catholic Church in Orange Walk during the late 1800s, helping to anchor the Roman Catholic presence in northern Belize. In 1898, he supervised the construction of a local convent and invited the Sisters of the Third Order of Mount Carmel from New Orleans to help run local education. He passed away at the age of 47, just months after a major community celebration, as is remembered deeply in the local church history. His enduring legacy in the area is also reflected by local landmarks such as the Piemonte Cemetery in Orange Walk. You can read more about the local history through the Catholic Diocese of Belize. Ok, y eso es lo que, si ustedes quieren saber más de lo que es el padre Piemonte, pueden visitar lo que es el Diocese of Belize y le pueden preguntarle, hacer preguntas de lo que es las iglesias, dice, de la Inmaculada Conception Orange Walk in 1881, 1800, ya me llevó esta cosa. In 1881, Orange Walk was established as a separate district from Corozal. What? Éramos unidos, ¿ve? Tampoco yo no lo sabía. All right. Orange Walk and Corozal was one north. But in 1881, 1881, los decidimos, ¿sabes qué? No podemos vivir con las chusmas de Corozal. Hay que separarnos de las chusmas de Corozal. Just the joke, you know, I got friends at Corozal. Who Florencio Marin don't call me and tell me, boy, Sonny, what you talk about Corozal? All right, las chusmas de San Narciso. Right, Rami Ramirez? En 1881, Orange Walk se estableció y se separó del distrito de Orange Walk. All this time, a large number of mestizo Yucatecans were added to the primarily white and Creole population. The dramatic influx of Spanish and mestizo Catholics met in corresponding increase in the activity of the church in Orange Walk. Although the people of the New River had been served by various priests on a missionary basis, they now welcomed the first pastor, Father Alfonso Parisi. Father Alfonso Parisi, an Italian Jesuit sent by the church in Yucatan. He served in Orange Walk from 1875 to 1880. His church, which has been built sometime before in 1872, was a simple thatched structure located near the present Palatine Convent. Served years before his arrival, it had served the soldiers as a barracks. The building of the granite monument that stands in front of the present church was also directed by Father Piemonte. It was brought in pieces by boat and erected to mark the beginning of the holy year of the 20th century. It bears the name of the devoted citizens of Orange Walk, including Mrs. P. Price, the Ayuso and Escalante families, the Honorable J.M. Rosado. Also there is Father Piemonte's name. At midnight on December the 31st of 1899, an outdoor mass was celebrated by the people from all over the area to mark the unveiling of the monument. There were so many people that looked over an hour to distribute communion. Just 6 months after the celebration, Father Piemonte died and was buried in Orange Walk with much ceremony and devotion. He was only 47 years old. He began work on the new La Inmaculada Church, the present building, but it was up to his successor, Father Joseph Muffles, to complete his task. Father Muffles was assigned to Orange Walk in May of 1900, and with the death of Father Piemonte in June, began his 21st year pastorship of the Orange Walk Church. This was an outstanding record of service. He won the regard and affection of the people The high school bears his name, shared by Nelita Castillo. La Inmaculada Roman Catholic Church is a cornerstone of the Orinjoa community as a testament to the area's rich culture history, constructed with the blend of traditional and contemporary archaeological elements. The church captivates the attention of visitors with the striking facade and serene atmosphere. The interior of the church is adorned with stunning stained glass windows and that illuminate the space with a gilded cup of colors depicting various religious scenes that resonate deeply with the faithful. The church holds regular services, and visitors are welcome to join, providing an authentic glimpse into the local religious practices and community spirit. La Inmaculada Roman Catholic Church is an essential stop that enriches your spiritual experience in Belize. Wow. Ese sí que no lo sabía yo tampoco. All right? Man, I did not know that one. But yes, I can tell you that the church, no, I am learning that the monument that there is in front of the church was not the burial ground of Father Piemonte. They told us though. They always, I don't know why they always told us that they buried a priest. They buried a priest under that monument. But that monument in front of the church marks the beginning of the 20th century. Cuando comenzó the 21st century, we never did one in Belize. I think that was very important maybe to mark, ¿no? So tal vez se podía hacer otro somewhere para marcar que se hizo esa marca para entrar el año 2000. I was talking about that the other day, you know. I was talking about the year 2000 the other day with Mr. Wesby and his uncle, who was a teacher also in Punta Gorda. Teacher Wesby from Punta Gorda, for those of you who are in PG and don't know Mr. Wesby, the teacher. He told me that he taught on several villages there in PG. Buenos días ahí para Miss Jasmine Romero Manas. Good morning, Miss Jazz. And thank you too for choosing Power FM. Pero sí, ahí para Lupita Witt, good morning. Thank you to Lupita for locking in. You know, and I want to see that these are the histories that they taught us. They teach us a few little things, but now we are learning more. Miss Barbara McLaughlin, I think you had the privilege to meet Father Muffles. All right, Father Muffles. I never knew about the Italian priest. I first time that I heard the name of the Italian priest that was here in Orinjoak. All right, that was Father. A ver cómo se llamaba este padre. Father Piemonte came after him. All right, Father Piemonte reached in Orinjoak after the 1872 priest that came. That is Alfonsi Parisi, Father Parisi. Okay. I never used to go to church then time, so I can't remember Father Parisi in 1872. Father Parisi in 1872 was here in Orinjoak, I can't remember him. I never used to go to church then time. And then I can tell you, whilst going to school, then they taught us about Father Piemonte. Um, Father Piemonte came to Orinjoak in the late 1800s. Yeah, right after 1872, it seemed that he arrived in Belize. All right, and then no, he served Orinjoak in between 1875 to 1880. That was Parisi, and then Father Piemonte came in, and after Father Piemonte came in, then you had Father Muffles coming in and um, finishing off what we have today. Okay, it's it's an amazing thing to learn. And again, I say this because Power FM is right behind the cemetery, and I am learning, estoy aprendiendo de lo que es Orinjoak. Yo no sabía que Orinjoak y Corozal eran conocidos como un solo, just one whole thing, Orinjoak and Corozal. But in 1881, we split. We split in 1881. All right, in 1881, we decided to split from Corozal, and then Corozal was Corozal, and Orinjoak was Orinjoak. All right, and that is so important for us this morning. Porque nosotros éramos conocidos como Bomb to Shine, ¿no? Vamos a ver un poco de historia de lo que es Orinjoak. The logging camp of the 17th and the 18th centuries, British settlers and loggers used the New River as transport highway to flood logwood and mahogany down the sea. I just been to talk to Mr. Wesby, the teacher. Mr. Wesby, the teacher, we saw the boat Maggie, the tugboat Maggie, right here at Maracas. Okay, and I don't know if Maracas is Maracas is the owner of Maggie, but the tugboat Maggie is right there at Maracas, or maybe it's just there for display for right now. But it is very important that even the schools would take our children and show our children that boat, okay? Because Maggie was a boat that used to transport sugar from BSI all the way up to where they used to take the sugar out in the sea. And when Mr. Wesby asked me how they used to bring the logs, I said they used to wait for the rainy days. They used to wait for the rainy days so that the flood would take over, and then they would move the big logs after the floods and push it into the water, deeper into the deeper water, and tie them with chains. They would fix them in chains, and then the tugboat would have pull it all the way from the point of the lagoon, which is a 4 miles long lagoon, all the way down out at sea, taken to Belize City, where it was shaped in blocks, and then it was transported to England. All the way mahogany used to go to England. Muffles started in a wooden building across from the convent, I was the only black female student and not on the Catholic faith. Yeah, and you know what, Miss B? That building was removed a few years ago where it was because it got old and dilapidated. I wish they could refurbish it, but they never did. They broke it down. That was my first class at the ABC. Okay, with teacher Elda Vega and teacher Carrillo, Miss Carrillo from Champagne Ridge. They were my first teachers in 1974, 75. Yeah, they were my first teacher Elda Vega and teacher Carrillo. It was one classroom, and I can remember their job was their first week of teaching us was to teach us to stop cry. They used to teach us to stop cry. That's what they were teaching the kids. Stop crying, you know. And I wondered why everybody was crying. Okay, because they were crying because they were going to school. Estaban preguntando por qué. Ese edificio que dice Miss B, ese edificio donde estaba el primer Muffles College, ahí, that's why they call it Muffle Street. Hoy eso se conoce como Muffle Street, aquí en Orange Walk. Ese fue también mi primera clase en el EBC. At that time there was no kindergarten, no había kinder, había EBC. Y mis primeras maestras en EBC fueron teacher Elda Vega y teacher Carrillo. Y la primera semana los enseñaron que paremos de llorar. Ahora, les voy a decir, yo crecí en la Inmaculada School. Ese era el patio para jugar de niño, de mi niñez. When I was born at number 5 Market Lane in Orange Walk Town. Yo nací en número 5 Market Lane en Orange Walk. Después del banco Belize Bank y el mercado, ese tiempo que hoy es Lulu's Fast Money. Esa calle es a donde yo nací. I was born in that street. I was born between Market Lane and Riverside because my grandfather, Don Gilly Cancino, lived on Riverside. At that time, Orange Walk never had fence. En ese tiempo no había cerco. You could have walked through from one side to the next side to Slaughterhouse. Podíamos caminar de un lado al otro lado y ir a Slaughterhouse. Podíamos salir a Slaughterhouse, Riverside y la escuela. All right? We never want to cross the next street, que es Church Street, porque then vas a la iglesia. Ahí no queremos ir. We never want to go to church. Okay? But yes, we wanted to go to the school. So from Libo, desde que nací, y podía yo caminar, y podía yo correr, me podía oírme de Miss Melva. Yo me iba a la escuela con mis hermanos. I used to go with I used to follow my brother and my sister, Mayo and Hernan. We used to play marble. We used to play at the school ground. We used to run at the school ground. So for me to go to school was not bad. Para mí yendo a la escuela, yo no sé por qué voy a llorar si voy a la escuela, si desde que soy chamaco estoy jugando en la escuela. But I have a good friend, I have a good friend, and today he's still my good friend. And the other day I used to tell him, me recuerdo cuando comenzamos la escuela, I remember when we started school, and he cried. He cried when his mom took him and his dad took him, and he cried. And I wondered why he was crying, because I saw teacher Elda and teacher Carrillo trying to ease off the other children not to cry. So when this kid was crying, I would go to him, sit by his side, and cry with him because I don't know why he's crying. So I cry, you know. So I remember one day Teacher Elda would say, why I dey cry? Because then we know Teacher Elda. Teacher Elda, you grew a riverside, you know. Dice, Sani, hasta tú estás llorando. Dice, sí, dice, porque el chiquito está llorando. Porque él está llorando, yo estoy llorando también. Porque yo no sé por qué él está llorando, pero yo estoy llorando con él. You know, a joke that I have until today when I meet my friend, and he just laughs and he says, Sani, tú te acuerdas puras cosas, Sani. And I laugh. You know, I cried because he was crying. And from that day till today, we are good friends. Somos buenos amigos. You know, we have that friendship. We have that friendship for so long. But I just want to say, Miss B, that the history of the church in Orange Walk, and between Orange Walk and Corozal, why, you know, and why they call Orange Walk, the history of the name. In the 17th and 18th centuries, British settlers and loggers used the New River as a transport highway to float logwood and mahogany down to the sea. The orange plantations, the area began as a riverside logging camp and trading stop. Settlers named the location after a prominent plantation of orange trees that grew abundantly on the river banks. Before the European contact and the orange groves gave the area its English name, the ancient Maya surrounding the region was known as Holpatin. So Orange Walk's original name was Holpatin. Holpatin era el nombre de Orange Walk. El nombre Bayero de Orange Walk en ese tiempo, la área, se llamaba Holpatin. Y para que los ingleses y todos supieran a dónde llegaban a donde había bastante naranjas, matas de naranjas, y le llamaban, llegamos and we reached the Orange Walk, you know, and that is why Orange Walk sticked. The English name stick Orange Walk. Pero es interesante para nosotros esta mañana, just to give that little history before we talk about the light bill. Antes que hablemos del light bill, because the light bill, the stick we had. And people, they say, boy, Sani, ese light bill realmente está lastimando. Pero antes de esto, vamos a hacer esto para ustedes aquí en lo que es el 95.5. Gracias una vez más a lo que son nuestros patrocinadores esta mañana. Ahí NICH, the National Institute of Culture and History. Hip hip hooray Belize. Vamos a celebrar las fiestas patrias de este país gracias con lo que es NICH, the National Institute of Culture and History. Y vamos a
in many ways today sets a tone for the months ahead. The theme we unveil this afternoon will become the thread that connects our celebrations across every district, across every community, and across every generation.
We have different traditions, food, histories, but those differences don't divide us. Instead, they have become the story we tell together. And that story is what visitors fall in love with. Our barrier reef, ancient Maya sites, and rainforests attract visitors to our shores. But ask them what they remember most. The answer is almost always the same: the warmth of the Belizean people.
every Belizean has a story. Every Belizean has something to contribute. Every Belizean, in both ways, great and small, helped to shape this nation.
Sometimes, in the rush of daily life, we forget to be grateful. But let us remember, Belize remains a nation that can celebrate many things. Look at me. I am Belize. You are Belize. We are Belize. Let us carry this pride forward. Happy 45th anniversary, Belize.
Belize. Happy 45th anniversary, Belize. The Honorable Francis Fonseca, the National Institute of Culture and History. And again, on the 15th day of September, in Orange Rock, we will be having the Honorable Assad Schumann, who will be asking some serious questions. We are talking about that as well. But yeah, light bill. The light bill is up, and the light bill is still doing a thing in Orange Rock and across the country of Belize. La gente se pregunta del light bill. ¿Por qué el light bill está tan alto? And again, what BEL is saying is that we are consuming more electricity. Another thing that they are saying is that Belize owes Mexico for electricity, and that's something I don't know. I really don't know if they owe Mexico for electricity provided to Belize. All right, eso yo no sé si cómo es, qué es, la verdad no te puedo decir, pero lo que yo sí te puedo decir que México prohíbe significante porción, hasta como 50% de la electricidad en este país. Mexico does not, I want to be very clear, Mexico does not provide 100% electricity to Belize. Mexico provides a significant portion. Mexico provides up to 50% of Belize's electricity through an interconnection with Mexico state-owned utility CFE, while the remaining power is generated locally inside Belize. ¿Ok? Esto yo quiero que nosotros lo sepamos bien. Local generation. Belize produces electricity using domestic sources like the hydroelectric plants, biomass, and solar energy. Belize Electricity Limited connects the national grid to Mexico to import extra power. This cross-border connection acts as both a primary supply source and stabilizing grid link. We have some challenges, serious challenges when we come to electricity. And one is the temperature. Yo les voy a decir que más caliente queda, más electricidad estamos utilizando. High temperature increase power use in both countries, in Mexico and in Belize. Reduced exports when energy demand rises in Mexico. When the energy demand rises in Mexico's Yucatan Peninsula, CFC cuts the amount of electricity sent to Belize. ¿Ok? Cuando no es porque Belize debe, esa es una mentira. No, están diciendo los rumores que andan diciendo, oh, México le corta a Belice porque Belice debe y Belice no puede pagar. Eso es mentira. México está creciendo. La península está creciendo. Y, y la Confederación Federal de Electricidad Mexicana, cuando la demanda está para más electricidad para México, ellos solo le quitan el switch a Belice. They knock off the switch to Belize. They will not give us electricity whilst they are in problem with electricity. So that means that Belize needs to get its own electricity. Yo creo que Belice necesita tener su propia electricidad. That is the reality. If there is rumors that Belize wants to get electricity from Guatemala, and start like one sweet deal, but in the years to come, either it be by Guatemala growing, Central America growing, and Belize growing, at some point, they will do the same thing. Van a cortar la electricidad. Así es que yo no creo que Belice tiene en este momento que estar pensando en a dónde para conseguir electricidad de otro país, pero sino que Belice comience a pensar cómo van a hacer su propia electricidad. And I believe that there are many ways. We have rivers, hay bastante ríos, hay lagos, y si Belice necesita hacer lo que es para que puedan producir su electricidad, then I think we have to do it. And right now is the time to start to do it. Yo creo que hoy es el tiempo para comenzar a hacerlo, porque si nosotros no lo hacemos, vamos a estar en problema mañana. All right, we cannot say, you know what, yo no tengo sal en la casa, so voy a correr ahí con Miss Ana, le voy a decir, Miss Ana, dice mi mamá si no le regalo un poquito de sal. Miss Anna will give me one little bit of salt because she just buy one bag. Then I will run to Miss Maria and tell her, Miss Maria, dice mi mamá si no le puede mandar un poquito de aceite, se le acabó su aceite. Miss Maria just buy one new bottle of oil so he could give me one little bit of oil for care. Pero cuando ese aceite se esté terminando o ya llegó la mitad, y eso le tiene que rendir a Miss María hasta el fin de mes, y su bolsa de sal a Miss Ana le tiene que rendir hasta el fin de mes. Cuando vayamos otra vez a pedir, no nos van a dar más sal y tampoco nos van a dar aceite. Pero yo creo que en ese tiempo mamá tiene que hacer para decir, pues, ¿sabes qué? Me llegó mi dinero tarde, ahora hay que comprarme aceite, hay que comprarme paquete de sal. ¿Me entiendes? Ese solo fue un push. That was a little push, that was a little help. Pero no nos podemos guindar de las tetas de electricidad de México por mucho tiempo. We cannot be hanging on the electricity breast of Mexico and thinking that will be forever. No, I think Belize needs to get their own way to supply electricity. Yo creo que eso es importante. All right. So when energy demand rises in Mexico, cuando se Cuando la demanda de energía crece en México, especialmente en la península de Yucatán, la Confederación Federal de Electricidad Mexicana le corta la electricidad que le manda a Belice. These reductions from Mexico can trigger shortfalls and ruling power interruptions across tongues in Belize. Y cuando ellos lo hacen, esta reducción de electricidad que Belice empieza a estar sufriendo, se ve ahora que ya hay varias, varias problemas con lo que es la electricidad. Y yo creo que esos son una de las cosas principales que nosotros tenemos esta mañana para estar diciendo. No es que Belice debe, el mundo está creciendo, the world is getting bigger, and the problem is that we cannot continue be depending of Mexico to help us because Belize is growing. You know, Belize is growing. Yo no sé de Corozal, mucho de Corozal, de Orihuac, pero ahora, pero siempre yo se lo decía, estaba hablando con Tuli, a mi primo Tuli aquí en Otrobenque, aquí a donde está, creo que es Ludas, creo que Ludas se llama en Otrobenque también. I think the shop named Ludas. And that store once, that property once belonged to my tío Cochol. All right, no sé, muchos se van a acordarse de Cochol Blanco. You know, tío Cochol was my dad's brother. Era hermano de mi papá. Y cuando nosotros íbamos con tío Cochol, when we used to go to tío Cochol when we were kids, boy, it was far. Estaba lejos. We used to walk and walk and walk and walk and walk and walk and walk like we will never reach. Like we will never reach my tío Cochol. Como que si nunca vamos a llegar a la casa de mi tío Cochol. Cuando aquí de la escuela de Orihuac, aquí de la Inmaculada, cuando los quitamos de la Inmaculada School para ir a Palmar, Nuevo San José Palmar. Boy, we used to walk and walk and walk and walk and walk, and like we can't reach Nuevo San José Palmar. It was far. I can remember as a kid, it was far. Estaba lejos. Hoy casi yo puedo gritar Panchita desde aquí. Like I feel like I can holler for Pancha way fire. You know, and the thing is that Orihuac is growing. You know, you can drive all the way to the end of Trial Farm, where the Doni gas station is, the San Martin gas station, and you can drive almost a mile and a half from the junction of San Martin gas station in Trial Farm with the Northern Highway, and you can drive more than a mile in going west, and until you buck the end of the paved road, you can see that Orihuac is growing deeper going west, known as the Blackwater area of Orihuac. From that area, from that end, you can drive all the way till you come out on the San Lorenzo Road. When you come out on the San Lorenzo Road, you come out right in front of the gates for the San Lorenzo housing site. When you drive in the San Lorenzo housing site and you go to all the back streets them, you go all to the back streets them in San Lorenzo housing site. Vas todo por housing site. Y cuando vas por housing site, puedes salir vas a salir ahí en frente de lo que es el Development Finance Corporation of Belize. Te metes en ese camino que es casi como cuarta mía y vas a salir en lo que es Marcos Canul area, back street of Marcos Canul area, where there's a big drain that separates, or it's a boundary right now. It's a boundary for the people that are asking Prime Minister John Briceño to build a bridge. This is what the people of Orinjoak is asking Prime Minister John Briceño. Build a bridge for us, even if it's a board bridge. Build a board bridge that we can go across with trucks loaded to start filling up the lands that we have to the back. Both political parties, when Prime Minister John Briceño during the 1998 and 2008 gave some lands, they were preparing to give lands behind the big drain that was dug. When the UDP won, then Grijalva gave those same piece of land to UDPs, and nothing was done. And now those lands were given just the other day to some teachers. Teachers got land. And there are some Belizeans or Kenyans that also still believe they own their piece of land. And they're asking for one bridge to cross over Allison. And once they cross over, you will say Orinjoak is getting bigger. When you come out from that area, you can drive straight to the back street where the farthest school up west is. That is New Hope High School, behind Technical and New Hope. And you drive and you come out on the San Antonio Road. Everything is paved, you know. All of the thing where they turn alone paved street. You come out on San Antonio Road. When you come out from San Antonio Road, you come down Albert. You come out right at Albert fence. Right? Albert Burns fence. You come out right at Mr. Albert fence. You go down. And the first left where Nelson's refrigeration is, at the corner of San Antonio Road and Nelson's refrigeration, there's a back road now that takes you into the Albert area. That's about another mile and a half, 2 miles. And you can drive to the end where it's populated. Houses, parks, restaurants, shops, and so much more till the end, till you reach the end. And still there are more people constructing houses. You can see streets, you can see apartments being constructed till you reach the end where you will come out by John Cad, J&J late shop, and C construction. Right? You go down to the end. You go down to the end where the big mango tree is, right in front at the school. Y de ahí te saca Palmar Road, and you can go all to Palmar. So Orinjoak right now is like one big thing, Lupe Acosta. Orinjoak solo es grande. It's a big thing. All right. Buenos días, Mr. Sani. Disculpe porque lo que diga ya hace el gobierno, hace con tanto préstamo, hace porque no mejora el país. Buenos días, Mr. Sani. Disculpe por lo que diga que hace el gobierno, hace con tanto préstamo. Hace porque no mejora el país. Pues yo te voy a decir, Lupe, yo no sé cuántos años tú vives en Belice, pero si tú conoces Belice o eres beliceña, vives en Belice y tú no estás viendo el progreso que nosotros tenemos en Belize, if you don't see the progress that we have in Belize, and done by both political parties, done by the People's United Party and done by the United Democratic Party. Hay un gran sentido que los dos gobiernos, el PUP y el UDP, han sido deshonestos con la gente beliceña. There's a strong feeling, a strong sentiment that both political parties, the PUP and the UDP, have been dishonest with the Belizean people. That corruption has been a big part of their political time, of past ministers, and some believe that even present ministers. But I want to say this: Belize has grown tremendously. I was just telling you how big Orinjoak has grown. Qué grande solo Orinjoak ya creció. Para decir todo Trial Farm, todo Palmar, todo Luciana, han crecido todo lo que es. Orinjoak is one big, huge tongue. And that is the reality. We know we are going to join into Champagne Ridge. We are joining with Petville. We are going across the river, going to Petville. Housing sites are already starting to develop on the San Esteban Road. They criticized when Muffled Six Farm was taken to San Esteban Road. Me acuerdo cuando Muffled Six Farm lo movieron en San Esteban Road, había bastante gente que lo criticó. Why they will take Muffled Six Farm to the bush? ¿Por qué lo van a llevarlo en el monte? Cuando el camino no sirve. Los estudiantes no van a poder llegar al colegio. Why they criticize poor Mr. Laiva to the nitty-gritty? Pero Mr. Laiva vio la visión. He saw the vision. He saw a vision. He saw the space. And he moved the Muffles Junior College to its new campus. On the San Esteban Road. Today, Orinjoak is moving to that area. Hoy Orinjoak se está moviendo a lo que es la área a donde está Petville, la área donde está Muffled Junior College. A lot of houses being built. Pero sí voy a decir que hay bastante desarrollo. Hay mucho desarrollo. Mis primos vinieron de Mérida el fin de semana. Por 30 años no venían ellos aquí, Lupe. For 30 years, my cousins did not come to Belize. And another one came about 15 years ago. And the next one came about 20 years ago. We had one never come 30 years, one 20 years, and one 15 years. Y cuando ellos vinieron aquí en Belize, because they know that no, I have the radio, I have a business. And they came and they saw. When they saw, they said, wow, Sonny, te está yendo bien. You are doing good. And I said to them, thanks to the Belize Bank. Gracias al Belize Bank. Gracias a Scotiabank. Gracias a lo que es Credit Union. gracias a Atlantic Bank y gracias a la gente que me ha apoyado, and to the people that have that have believed in me, and they have trusted me, and we are working. Si no fuera por préstamos, yo no estuviera aquí, Lupe. Si no fuera por ir a prestar, no estuviera aquí. Y quiero seguir creciendo. You know, I want to continue to grow. And to continue to grow, then I must go back to the bank. Quiero regresar al banco. The only difference now, Lupe, know that I might have a little bit more of help because our children are on their own. Nuestros hijos ya están por sí para decir en su responsabilidad de ellos mismos. So I don't have to worry of putting food on the table for them, for clothing them, for giving them. I don't have that responsibility that I had when they were kids. They are not going to school no more. Both of them have their associate degrees in their studies, and they are looking now for their bachelors. Both of them are searching for bachelors to get their bachelors, and both of them are working. Los dos están trabajando. Tienen más dinero que yo. They have more money than me, and that's the reality. That's how we will grow. So now when they come now, and they come to us and say, we can eat. What do I eat? Well, we eat anything. We come, what we could do, you know? And they say, no, man, let's go to eat. Vamos a comer. Or let's get some food. You know, let's light the grill. Vamos a encender el grill. Go find 2 piece of chicken and we put it on the grill. You know, no, things are changing because no, instead of us giving them, they are the one giving us. Y eso es como debe que crecer, Lupe. Ayer Renicueo dijo, no, ni un beliceño se debe que depender del gobierno. El gobierno se debe que depender de los beliceños. Pero nosotros tenemos una mentalidad siempre de los británicos, una mentalidad siempre, what is the colonialismo? We still have that colonial law, a colonial mentality that the British were our gods. Los británicos eran nuestros dioses, eran mejores que nosotros. Los británicos eran la gente más. Pero eso ya cambió. Lupe, no, eso ya cambió. Eso tiene que cambiar. Y nosotros cuando vemos a los políticos, los queremos ver en la misma forma. Y eso está mal. Porque nosotros seguimos dependiendo en políticos y dependiendo en gobierno, cuando debía que sea al revés. La verdad es porque un señor llamó y preguntó, ¿por qué Belice no puede hacer como Costa Rica? ¿Por qué Belice no puede hacer como Suecia? ¿Por qué Belice no puede hacer como otros países? Suecia le da un cheque a cada ciudadano. Every month a citizen gets a check, you know. They get their checks. They have free education from ABC to doctorate. They get free medical treatment, de un massage, from a massage to the biggest transplant, free in that country. And we ask the question, when Belize will be like that? ¿Cuándo Belize va a ser así? Cuando nosotros los dejemos de depender del gobierno y que el gobierno dependa de nosotros, las cosas van a cambiar. Lo que dice sí es verdad. Yo soy nacida aquí en Belice, sí, hace algo, pero debe mejor para que la gente esté en su parte, como por ejemplo, las cosas que ha subido de precio, gracias que tengamos bendecidos en su trabajo. No, y yo voy a decir algo. Ayer me fui a Chetumal. Ayer estuve en Chetumal y estuvimos viendo precios en Chetumal. La gente corre en Chetumal a comprar y les voy a decir que hay bastantes cosas que tienen el mismo precio o están más baratos aquí en lo que es Belice. Le estaba mostrando el señor Renicueo ayer le estaba diciendo el señor Renicueo ayer que un bote de leche, a milk in Alala milk, okay? Alala milk was, me can say Renicueo. Alala milk was 40 pesos. 40 pesos por una Lala. Leche Lala Light, 40 pesos. That was the price of a Lala Light. If it was 8 pesos to the dollar, that Lala Light would cost $5 for one. Y es el mismo Lala que venden aquí, ¿sabes? 40 pesos en Walmart. Ayer cuando fui había promoción. Había promoción en la leche. Te puedes ahorrar 10 pesos en la leche Lala a 30 pesos por la leche de Lala. No, if you take 40 pesos divided by 7.8, una Lala te costaba $5 con 12 centavos en Chetumal. $5 con 12 centavos en Chetumal. El precio es 40 pesos por un Lala. Están en promoción hoy por 30 pesos una Lala, dividido por 7.80, te sale en $3.85 una Lala. $3.85 for a milk. Aquí creo que está, no sé, como I'm not sure the food 25, creo que $4.25 está aquí en la tienda. La cosa es que los precios no es algo de tanto. Una batería. I check on a battery. A battery here is $378. $378 por una batería. $378 for a battery. The battery, an L-34-600, 12 volts, 750 cranking amps, is $378 here in Orange Walk. I took a picture and I went to the batteryman in Chetumal and I requested for this CM battery. And the price for this battery is $422 in Chetumal. $422 en Chetumal. Y esos que todavía no hemos pagado impuesto. And that's because we not pay duty yet. Because we cannot bring a battery without paying duty. The only way you can do a battery if you carry your vehicle across and you put the battery in your vehicle, and then maybe you could get away and not pay the duty, but you cannot bring a battery in a car and pass. You cannot. They're going to charge you duty. Por eso es que yo les estoy diciendo que no todo que está en Chetumal está barato. Yo creo que Orinjoac lo tiene, y en Orinjoac las cosas están más caros que en Stan Creek. En Orinjoac las cosas están más caros que en la ciudad de Belize. En Orinjoac las cosas están más caros que en el Cayo. Do you know Orinjoac has the most expensive casa living? Es aquí en Orinjoac. Orinjoac has the highest cost of living. Orinjoac tiene el precio más alto de la canastra básica, and it's real. And we ask ourselves why, when the biggest importers are here in Orinjoac, cuando los que Triple A Imports, Vegas Imports, German Vega and Sons Imports, and then you have, no sé cómo se llaman, SSP Imports, y tienen los otros importers que tienen. We have some big Hindu importers in Orinjoac, big Hindu importers, and yet the cost of living in Orinjoac is higher than anywhere in the country of Belize. We have the sugar right here. Nosotros tenemos el azúcar aquí, y el azúcar aquí en Orinjoac está más caro que lo puedes comprarlo en Belize. Está más caro de lo que tú lo puedes comprarlo en el Cayo, en PG. It is more expensive here in Orinjoac. The man says 75 cents a pound, 75 centavos la libra, pero siempre lo venden a $1, $1.10 la libra, y nadie dice nada. Los orinjoaqueños pendejos que somos, lo vamos a pagar. El pan es $2.10 por un paquete de pan. Pero cuando vamos a comprar pan, los orinjoaqueños pendejos que somos, pagamos $2.25 por un paquete de pan. 15 cents, I know nothing. Eso no es nada. Everything adds up. Everything adds up. People, everything adds up. Then we want to cry and say and talk about prices. I tell you, the other day I can buy one measuring tape. Y cuando fui a comprar mi measuring tape, ahí lo marca el precio. $7.25. $7.25. And it was too expensive because I bought a tape just like that at Total Tools for $5.25. Yo fui aquí en Total One Stop atrás de SP y yo compré un measuring tape para $5.25. Ese mismo tape yo fui en 123 y pagué, y estaba para $7.25 centavos. Ahí que lo que marca. And I said, man, it's $2 more expensive. Pero, pendejo que soy, voy a mi pick-up, consigo $2 más, regreso y lo voy a comprar porque lo necesito. Porque lo necesito. So voy a comprar el tip a $7.25. ¿Qué es lo que hago ahora? What do I do now? When I go to the girl to pay, she looks at me and says, $7.75. I said, no, it's $7.25. He said, look, me muestra la computadora, 775. So I am already upset. Ya estoy molesto porque está $2 más caro. Ahora ella me dice que es 50 centavos más. 250 more. I said, no, 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 no. And then I went to the shelf. I wrenched off the whole pegboard thing, todo lo que estaban, todos los tips guindados, y se lo llevo a la muchacha a la cajera y le digo, mira, man, esta cosa marca 725 y está más caro de a donde sea que lo venden, pero lo necesito. 725. Then he called the supervisor and the young lady come and look at my face. I don't know how stupid she think I looked, but he said, oh, it's a mistake, Mr. Sani. I said, I know it's a mistake. He said, sí, dice, es un mistake. No es 725, es 775. Le arrancó el 725 y me dice que es 775. Well, right away, I remember Don Teo Cobo live across the street. Me molesté y antes de hacer bulla me recordé que Don Teo vive a la par mía, es mi vecino. Digo, Mr. Teo debe que tener un measuring tape. So I came to borrow a measuring tape from Mr. Teo and measure what I wanted to measure. And then I took back his measuring tape and I waited for the next day for total one stop to open. And I went and I buy my tape for $5.25. Pero casa living is expensive. Things high. Things this. No. People don't have to make those businesses take advantage of us. Lo que nosotros tenemos que hacer es que esos negocios los paren de agarrar ventaja. Ellos ponen precios que ellos quieran, a donde no hay precio controlado. Y como dicen, no lo tienes que comprar. You don't have to buy it. You can leave it right there and you can go and then you can get it somewhere else. No tienes que venir a comprar en mi tienda. En Orange Walk hay muchas mercancías más cara que en Corozal. Sí, Miss Liz, eso sí es cierto. ¿Por qué es la razón? Pienso que los comerciantes simplemente quieren hacer mucha ganancia sobre cada artículo. Eso es, todo negociante quiere hacer más dinero, Miss Liz. Cada día, cada persona que sale a trabajar quisiera hacer más dinero que hacemos normalmente. Pero sí voy a decir que el que tiene el poder del negocio no es los que lo venden. El que tiene el poder del negocio somos nosotros que lo compramos. Por eso es que el primer ministro se ha dado cuenta. Prime Minister has noticed it, you know. Prime Minister himself has noticed it. When they go buy one pack bread, maybe because he's the Prime Minister, you know, and get bags, you pay the $2.25. Or because you're one banker, you know, and get bags, you pay the $2.25. Or because the sugar is 75 cents, and I sanitizer, and everybody think I rich. So I want to pay the $1.10, $1.25 a pound. No, people, no. Si nosotros los dejamos, el costo de vida va a subir. Si nosotros los dejamos, y chequeen, otra cosa yo les voy a decir, siempre chequeen su recibo. Vean para qué están pagando. Miren lo que están haciendo, porque hay veces les cobran 2 veces por el mismo artículo. Sometimes it can be a genuine mistake, I would say, in the young ladies. Tal vez yo voy a decir que es un error honesto en las muchachas, a donde solo están pling, 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 pling. Tal vez es un error que se cobra 2 veces. Hay veces, les voy a decir, que cobran para un ítem que no llega a tu casa. Check what you no have. Check what is there. Porque si nosotros no lo hacemos, ¿quién lo va a hacer para nosotros? No podemos culpar a Gianni Briceño y no podemos culpar al otro primer ministro que venga, sea PUP a UDP. Somos nosotros que tenemos que culparnos, porque nosotros somos los que estamos haciendo que los chanceen. We are the ones who are doing that, because we know, saben que hoy Beliquín tiene el stout at $2 for $5. Do you know today Beliquín is selling the chocolate stout 2 for $25? I saw the comments. Tiene Bowen and Bowen. Tiene una promoción de el chocolate stout. And I love the chocolate stout. I know I lie. I think I'm going to buy one too today. I love the chocolate stout. It's 2 for $5 for the chocolate stout. It's a Bowen and Bowen promotion. And I saw the comments. It's still $3 for one. It's $3.50 for one in my area. It's $3.25 in my area. It's the same price. Nothing not changed in my area. No promotion in my area. It's $3, $3.50, $3.25, $3, $3.50, $3.25. Ellos compran en promoción, pero no dan la promoción. Esa es una cosa, voy a decir, que en Chetumal, si tú vas a comprar en Walmart, vas a comprar en Sam's Club, vas a comprar en Chedraui, vas a comprar en Aurora, si tú hay promoción, cuando tú llegues a la caja, vas a conseguir tu promoción. If there is promotion of anything in Mexico and you reach to the box, you will get your promotion. But not in Belize. Aquí but not in Orange Walk, I should say. In Orange Walk, you don't get no promotion. In Orange Walk, they dang with fat and they dang with fat good. Con esto vamos a hacer lo que es el pronóstico del tiempo. Son las 8:42. Gracias a nuestros patrocinadores, Old Master Rums, Belize's finest liquors. Old Master, the spirits of Belize.
Well, this about the Old Master Gold Rum. The rum that hold the crown. The rum that run the town. Get it while I sing along. Watch this. Some gold rum come to town, Old Master lick them down. Some gold rum come around, Old Master stand it wrong. Some gold rum fade the form, Old Master climb the hump. When parties start to bump, Old Master hold the room. When the people having fun, Old Master hold the room. When having a barbecue, Old Master gold for you. When having a picnic, Old Master gold for it. You're sipping your mixed drink, Old Master gold lick. Some gold rum come to town, Old Master gold the crown. Some gold rum come to town, Old Master gold the crown. Some gold rum come to town, Old Master gold the crown. Some gold rum come to town, the number one rum in town. Some go around come to town, well master lick them down. Some go around come around, well master stand a ground. Some go around create the form, well master climb the home. When parties start to bump, well master go around. When the people have been born, well master go around. When having a barbecue, well master go for you. When having a picnic, well master go for it. You're sipping your mixed drink, old master go lit. Some go around come to town, old master go the crown. Some go around come to town, old master go the crown. Some go around come to town, old master go the crown. Some go around come to town, the number one rum in town.
Old Master Rums, Belize's finest liquors. Old Master, the spirits of Belize. At this time, we join the National Med Service of Belize for this morning's weather forecast for today. For today, Thursday, the 27th day of August of 2026, as of 6 o'clock this morning, we join forecaster on duty, Catherine Cumberbatch at the National Med Service of Belize. Good morning to you, Miss Catherine. Buenos dias.
Good morning, Belize. A fresh to moderate and relatively moist easterly airflow prevails. The 24-hour forecast for Belize and her coastal waters calls for sunny skies today with a few cloudy spells. Showers or thunderstorms will be generally isolated, except for a few more along coastal areas this morning. Tonight, the skies will be partly cloudy, becoming cloudy at times, along with a few showers and isolated thunderstorms to develop over southern districts. Elsewhere, showers and thunderstorms will be isolated. High temperatures for today will range from 88 degrees Fahrenheit along the coast to 94 inland and 82 over the mountains. Low temperatures for tonight will be at 82 along coastal areas, 74 inland and 68 in the higher elevations. The wind will blow from the east at 10 to 15 knots and the sea state will be light to choppy. A high tide will occur at 9:16 a.m., a low at 4:15 p.m., another high at 4 minutes past 10 tonight, and a low at 3:47 a.m. The sun rose at 5:37 and will set at 6:10. The moon comes up at 5:59 this evening and set at 5:57 tomorrow morning. The outlook for Friday and Friday night is for generally fair weather to prevail, and shower activity will be isolated. In the sargassum forecast, there is a high chance that most sargassum mats could drift ashore, producing moderate to major impacts over coastal destinations across the country during the next few days. And in the tropical weather outlook, an area of low pressure associated with a tropical wave located about midway between Africa and the Windward Islands has become better organized and has a high chance of becoming a tropical depression later today as the system moves westward to west-northwestward. This system poses no threat to Belize and her coastal waters. And that's your morning forecast that was prepared here at the National Meteorological Service.
Thank you so much, dear Miss Catherine Cumberbatch. As a fresh to moderate, relatively moist easterly airflow prevails in the country of Belize. And reminding you that we are in the hurricane season, an area of low pressure associated with a tropical wave located about midway between Africa and the Windward Islands has become better organized and has a high chance of becoming a tropical depression later today. As the system moves westward to west-northwestward, the system poses no threat to Belize. Thank you once again, forecaster Ms. Catherine Cumberbatch. Thank you to the National Met Service of Belize, and thank you to our sponsors, Old Master Rums, Belize's finest liquors. Old Master, the spirit of Belize.
Well, this about the old master gold rum. The rum that hold the crown. The rum that run the town. Get it while I sing along. Watch this. Some go around come to town, well master lick them down. Some go around come around, well master stand it ground. Some go around create the form, well master climb the home. When parties start to bump, well master go around. When the people having fun, well master go around. When having a barbecue, well master go for you. When having a picnic, well master go for it. You're sipping your mixed drink, old master go lick. Some go around come to town, old master go lick crown. Some go around come to town, old master go lick crown. Some go around come to town, old master go lick crown. Some go around come to town, the number one rum in town. Some go around come to town, old master lick them down. Some go around come around, old master stand it ground. Some go around create the form, old master climb the home. When parties start to bump, old master go around. When the people having fun, old master go around. When having a barbecue, old master go for you. When having a picnic, old master go for it. You're sipping your mixed drink, old master go lick. Some go around come to town, old master go lick crown. Some go around come to town, old master go lick crown. Some go around come to town, old master go lick crown. Some go around come to town, the number one rum in town.
Old Master Rums, Belize's finest liquors. Old Master, the spirits of Belize. Cuando son ya las 8:50 minutos, las 8:50. Buenos días una vez más, Orange Walk. Buenos días, Corozal. Buenos días, Belice. Recordándoles que siempre estamos en el 95.
The Ministry of Sustainable Development and Climate Change is safeguarding Belize's invaluable natural resources by providing the necessary frameworks that will guarantee the sustainable use of our resources. We play a crucial role in regulating sustainable harvesting, use, and management of Belize's resources, which is essential not only for constructing our homes, but also for creating jobs and fostering economic growth in our country. We are ensuring long-term forest management and conservation efforts that will positively impact the environment for sustainable Belize today and for generations to come.
We have a project that is here to assist, especially the northern districts with the sugarcane. Government approached the World Bank in 2022 and requested for a loan to help our farmers because they were in a very difficult situation back then. And the handing over of this vehicle is part of this building that capacity to CERDE, which is the research department that will help us in collecting more data and ensuring that we achieve the objectives of what was being laid out in this 5-year program.
It is very challenging when it comes to pests and diseases, and it requires more mobilization of our technical team in the fields to provide support to farmers, to do monitoring, and to do pest control and management. So this set of vehicles will certainly make our services to farmers and the industry at large more efficient, and will bring about the necessary support to all cane farmers in ensuring that we can bring back the industry to what it was some years ago.
Let me remind you once again, no farmer, no food. Agriculture is not just an industry, it's a way of life. So all of this is grown in Stan Creek. How is it so far since yesterday?
We have a very good crop of tomatoes, of sweet peppers.
This is over 100 tons because we have rich soil. With the past year again, guys, over 8,000 heads going to Mexico on the hoof, and about 33,000 going to Guatemala on the hoof. So we are expanding in the cattle industry. Hello, sir.
I'm good. How are you?
Very good to see you, sir.
Young man, how are you? Yeah. Like this. Alright then.
What happens when one person decides to make a change? In communities across Belize, we're seeing the answer.
Hi, I'm Kayla Linares. I love being outside and surrounded by nature. When I heard about the national cleanup, I signed up right away. I don't litter, and I help clean up Belize, one piece of trash at a time.
It starts with one choice, one moment, one step towards something better. Across our beautiful country, everyday heroes are making a difference. In just one day, nearly 2,000 volunteers collected over 40,000 pounds of garbage. From local groups to national partners, Belizeans are uniting to protect what we love. Every cleanup, every piece of properly disposed waste, every conversation, it all creates a ripple effect. But we can't just continue to clean up after everybody's mess. Let's prevent it and be proactive, not reactive. Because remember, our Belize, our responsibility. Bin it.
Home, sweet home, Belize, sweet home, Belize, sweet home, Belize. Home, sweet home, Belize. There is not a place so fine. Get me back to my home, Belize, home, Belize, home, Belize. Take me back to my home, Belize. There is not a place so fine. Home, sweet home, Belize, sweet home, Belize, sweet home, Belize. Home, sweet home, Belize. There is not a place so fine.
We are back. Estamos una vez más en su programa número 1, The Morning Show on Power FM 95.5. Aquí con su servidor Sunny Baeza. You know, when we talk about several things, you know, this morning, and it's very interesting, you know, because one of the biggest things for us is money. El dinero siempre y nunca es suficiente. Money is always and never sufficient, and that's a fact. You know, and one thing I can tell you, Orinjuak people have money. La gente de Orinjuak tiene dinero. Money circulates in Orinjuak. Orinjuak people are not mean people. Orinjuak people like go to one thing. We go, we buy, we take, we pay, and we go. Y yo quiero decir que eso es algo que es importante para dar a conocer, porque nosotros quisiéramos también que ustedes esta mañana tengan esa razón, you know, so that you can know exactly what we are coming from. But Orinjuak, we don't want to be like the rest of the country. We cannot be blaming the world and not blaming ourselves. You know, nosotros queremos las cosas más caras. You know, we have that instinct in us that, you know what, we want buy, and we want to buy the most expensive stuff that there is available. Lo más caro que hay. We always want brands. We want this. We want that. But I will tell you this: you have to set your goal. You have to set your. I'm not saying to be mean with yourself, you know. Yo no estoy diciendo que te mezquinees contigo mismo. But do not put your hat higher than your head. No pongas tu cachucha más alto que tu cabeza, because it would stay. No because your neighbor they grow. You won't grow. Your time will come. Your time will come. I say this because it's true. You know, one time I said it a few years ago. When I wake up, one family they do barbecue, the next family is doing barbecue, the next one is doing barbecue, the next one barbecue. You know, it was a celebration time, and like everybody they do barbecue. You know, and as there's a living God above, we can't even buy chicken. Ni pollo no podíamos comprar ese día. You know, and I said, man, how comes we cannot even buy chicken? You know, and like I was angry with myself because the kids are seeing and smelling barbecue from every angle and everything, you know. So and maybe if I had money, maybe I may run another chicken and I'm going to buy some ribeye steaks that Gillette meats. Get some nice cuts of ribeye steaks and how the man they come tomahawk sticks and grill them properly, you know, juicy and nice, you know. That's what we have. We always want to be better. We always want to do. But one thing I will tell you that hardships have taught me. Lo duro me ha enseñado a mí que no coman. Oigo, don't live to eat. Eat to live. No vivas para comer, pero come para vivir. You know, there will be a time that a treat will come. There will be a time that good things will happen. But what I'm trying to say is, cost of living is high, and we know it. El costo de vida es caro, y lo sabemos. If light bill go up and fuel go up, right now everything went up again. Van a estar viendo que va a subir el pan, van a subir las tortillas, van a subir lo que es todo. Todo va a subir. Everything is going up again. And then we will be crying out again when we just hear, why the chicken gone up 10 cents more? Why the bread gone up now to $2.50 now? Why the tortilla gone up to $2.50 for? But lo van a estar escuchando. You will listen to it. No, it is you. It is you. It is you that will have to learn to say, you know what? Mana flour is a very good and cheap flour. La harina mana es una buena harina. La harina mana no es harina de pobre. I want to say this. I'm serious about this. Maybe I have to go charge for advertisement. Creo que les voy a cobrar para advertisement. La harina mana no es harina de pobre. La harina mana es una buena harina y está barato. Pero nosotros no queremos comprar esa harina barato. Queremos comprar el más caro. Hay gente que solo va y quieren comprar Purity. El paquete que está mucho más caro todavía que la bola roja. You know, and the other day, the neighbor said, man, esa harina que hacen ahí en Carmelita. La harina maná, dice, está bueno. Para mí está más suave que la bola roja. I don't know what suave or what no suave. When you put my fried jack on my beans or my flour tortilla on my beans or the bread and the beans, I don't care what's soft. I got I got one good jaw. tengo unas, ¿cómo se dice? Jaw, you call jaw in Spanish? Got some strong jaw. We tear anything. We rip anything. So we don't know what's soft or what not soft. Cuando tienes hambre vas a comer. Pero yo te voy a decir, y voy a ser sincero, we have to start to, what, corn tortillas is 250 for some months now in Benque. Oye, lo que ya voy a tell you, Greg, 250 a pound, and it, ya coño no. And when those tortilla shop open, and Cayo got the corn right there, right there at Cayo. The Mennonites grow all the corn the Cayo. All the corn the Mennonites they grow the Cayo. But 250 a pound. Y sabes que nosotros no hacemos nada. We just go right at the mill, pay the 250. We might make nice the first 2 days, but we go and pay the 250 and blame Johnny Briceño. Es Johnny Briceño. Es el gobierno que lo subió a 250. Es Johnny Briceño. Y la línea que hacemos para comprar la tortilla a $2.50. Este tiempo difícil. This hardship have teach many people to buy their corn, boil their corn. They boil their corn with the cal and everything, and they mill their corn. They grind their corn. They make them tortillas. They make them masa. They make everything. People are going back. And when the tortilla people then realize, and the bread people then realize that or people don't want to go to the bakery, because you go to the bakery and pay $2.10, If you go to the bakery, si tú vas en las panaderías, tú andas en panificadora La Popular aquí en Betiaslin. En Betiaslin. Honestly, you pay $2.10 for one bread? No, $2.10. If you buy 3 bread, you save 45 cents. If you go somewhere else, you pay maybe $2.50 for one bread, and you even realize it. $3 for one bread, $3.50 for one bread. And I'm telling you, you go to Popular, yo de chamaco, yo cuando dice, anda comprar pan, you know how we go buy bread? We go buy bread at the bakery. We go and buy bread at the bakery for Leeboy. So when they tell me, Sonny, anda comprar pan, you know where I go buy bread? I go buy bread at the bakery because that's where I know. But the young people, when you tell them you go buy bread, you know where they're going? Chinese. They want to run at the Chinese shop at the corner. They're not going to the bakery, they're going to the Chinese shop at the corner. Because it's easier for them. But it is more expensive for mommy and daddy. They are run at the corner, at the Chinese shop. But it's more expensive for mommy and daddy. No, when daddy go buy, daddy run at the bakery. We run at the tortilla shop. But I'm telling you, it is up to us. Somos nosotros casa living. Run go blame it pan Johnny. Yep, es Johnny Briceño, es el PUP. Y si fuera el UDP, pues es el calvo de Dean Barrow. Ese calvo de Dean Barrow, es el UDP. But sometimes I want to be honest with you. Politics the politics and games the games. Pero ustedes, la gente, tienen que ver por sí mismos. When you hear the propaganda, when the UDP in the power, you hear Sane, the bless every Likana. When the PUP in the power, we are kind of ease off a bit, but I will be telling you where to go. Yo no les voy a decir y no darles una solución. I will tell you this. Go back to your chaya. Go back. I want to be honest with you. Go back to your chaya. Go back to your eggs and chaya. Go back to your can tortilla. If you can't afford tacos every day, Cheng, agana Cheng, fui con Cheng y Cheng me dice, boy, son, están muertos las cosas. Están muertos las cosas. La gente ya no están viniendo. ¿Será que todo está así? Le digo, Cheng, cuando la gente se llenaba aquí, tus tacos eran 50 cents. Ahora tus tacos son $1. Y yo sé que tú no los subiste para que tú hagas más dinero. Tú los subiste porque todas las cosas quedaron más caro para ti. La tortilla, el gas, la leña, los condimentos, la carne. Todo subió, Chen, yo te entiendo. Pero mientras sube para ti y tú subes el precio, los consumidores se están sintiendo apretados. Because money not give. But those of us that have commitment, those of us that owe the banks, those of us that owe, we have to find one time and space to repay. And how are we going to do that? Pues eso yo se los dejo a ustedes, porque yo tengo mi forma de pensar y todos tenemos forma de pensar. Si ustedes quieren seguir acusando a Johnny Briceño, que es por Johnny Briceño, then ese es su escape de ustedes. Continue to blame John Briceño. I will tell you this, I cannot blame John Briceño. I cannot blame John Briceño for not managing my limit and money good. If I blame Johnny Briceño, ¡ay, man! Con esto son ya las 9:10, las 9:10. Es aquí a donde su servidor Sani Baeza se despide. Les doy las gracias por estar conmigo. Les doy las gracias por estar conmigo desde lo que son las 7 esta mañana. Gracias, Bobby Blue. A todos los que cumplen años hoy, happy birthday. A los que cumplen sus años de aniversario, happy anniversary to you. Thank you for choosing Power FM. Los que están en el 95.5, en lo que es el dial de sus radios, muchas gracias. Los que se encuentran en el internet en www.powerfm955belize.com, también les doy las gracias a ustedes por estar conmigo esta mañana. Los que están en el Face, los que están en el YouTube, hey, buenos días. Gracias, Orange Walk. Gracias, Corozal. Gracias, Belize.
Sweet home, Belize. There is not a place to find.
Desde los cañaverales de la capital azucarera, transmite la radio número 1, Power FM, en el 95.5. Sintonízanos y mantente informado de los hechos y acontecimientos en Belice. Power FM, para lo último noticias y lo más reciente del mundo de la música. Power FM, tu radio de excelencia.
The discounts and promotions continue at San Isidro Construction Center and San Isidro Tiles, Baths and Beyond. Only at San Isidro you save time and money because we have what you need at the best prices in town. Maya Cement, quality blocks, gravels, steel, paints, lumber and everything you need in electrical and plumbing supplies and hardware in general. We also have fertilizers, herbicides, pesticides, fungicides and automated pumps and oils for diesel motors, restaurants. Visit us on Dunn and Jamaica Street here in Orange Walk Town or on number 3 San Antonio Road here in Orange Walk Town. Save lots of time and money and visit San Isidro Construction Center today. Call us at telephone number 322-2056 or 322-0297. We deliver in town and towns and villages in Corozal, Orange Walk and Belize districts. San Isidro, building the home of your dreams.
Looking for the perfect escape? Welcome to El Gran Mestizo Resort, your riverside getaway in Orange Walk Town. Relax by the beautiful new river. Enjoy bold flavors and refreshing drinks at our restaurant, Maracas Bar and Grill. And stay in cozy riverside cabins or units surrounded by nature. Take a dip in the pool. Unwind with family and friends. Or host your next meeting or special event at the Salon Isabel Conference Room. Great food, relaxing stays, memorable events, all in one amazing destination. Call 610-2030 today and make El Gran Mestizo Resort your perfect riverside escape.
September, you will remember. Yeah, man, it is city hotter than ever. Everybody jumping up, everybody winding up. Yeah, man, it is on fire.
Light up the fire, heat up the grill. Come to Gillette Meats, where meat makes the meal. Look at me, I am Belize. Gillette Meats, 18 San Antonio Road, Carlos, at 322-3486 or 679-2355. Gillette Meats, pork cuts, baby back ribs, boneless pork, pork chop, beef cuts, skirt steak, beef tenderloin, cowboy steak, ribeye steak, sirloin steak. This September, keep the flame burning, keep the grill rolling, and enjoy our patriotic celebrations with Gillette Meats. We carry a wide assorted, freshly processed beef, salami, pastrami, Italian and jerk sausage, turkey sausage, pork sausage, beef burger patties, salpicon meat, sliced bacon, butt bacon, boneless ham, smoked ham, and our Christmas ham all September long. Celebrate the blue, the white, and red. Celebrate with Gillette Meats. Meat makes the meal.
Let's keep the festival clean this September. You will remember. Yeah, man, it is city hotter than ever. Everybody jumping up, everybody winding up. Yeah, man, Belize is on fire, fire, fire.
Oro Maya, la nueva harina de maíz